chapter in the book before the appendix. And chapter 10 is how do we look at a piece of software and evaluate it for good pedagogy. And you can use the Tripoli framework for this. Now, obviously, the Tripoli framework was originally intended to be used when you're kind of evaluating a whole lesson because you're looking at the learning goals. But you can definitely use the framework to look at the software. You just kind of change the first word. You change it into can. Can the software or app help to keep students focused on the learning goals? Can it, add scaffolds and supports to enhance the learning? So you want to kind of look through it through more of a can type lens. And the chapter goes through and talks about how you can use the framework to evaluate software. Again, it's not a be all end all because the instructional moves you choose will make a difference in how effective the software is in your classroom, but it does give you a guide for if there's good pedagogy actually built into the software, which can be really helpful. It also mentions a few websites and resources that are good for going out and finding databases of educational software that's out there and just some kind of basic reviews of that. I do also want to mention that the appendix has a whole lesson planning template that you can use, and it actually has a whole example of a lesson that was built using the Tripoli Framework planning template. I know that at my school, we like to use the whole planning template because it really helps our pre-service teachers and teachers think through the different pieces of the framework when they're building out lessons with technology. So sometimes using this just kind of once or twice helps to give you a better sense of what you should be looking for when you're planning for technology use, and then you don't have to necessarily keep using it. But again, the planning templates and all the resources in this book are on the tripoliframework.com website. Open source, feel free to use and download as much as you need to. And thank you so much for reading and joining in this book club. I've really enjoyed our journey, and I hope that you're finding the book to be useful for your classroom, whether you are virtual, blended, or face-to-face.